Hi. I just noticed some things after I did the live, and I wasn't being distracted. So I was going through the process of talking about my Crohn's disease and talking about in 2013 when I had my my small intestine, my large intestine, with the disease part where the fistulas were back together that remained with a little bit. Um, oh my goodness, I can have to have a bag. Um, like my intestines were full of. I can't even a colostomy bag. I would have had to have one of those. But the surgeon at the time said, "Well, she's young. We're just gonna do this. It'll be all right." So we had it, and it was all right. And like I said in the previous video, my body had something to do while I healed. So that was 2013. And so after 2013, it was about 2 years ago, like 2.5 years afterwards, I found out that about the diet and started the diet. So I went to a new gastroenterologist because my other one had retired. And thank you, Conkaboon123. I appreciate it. Um, I have an amazing cheer squad, by the way, and I've had different people throughout the years. That's one thing that I have to say, that having a good support foundation, someone you can lean on and say, I'm having a bad day, somebody that believes you, someone that will believe you. Because I have to tell you, I had so many people that didn't believe me, even work. I had to go get a new doctor's note every single time and to be on family medical leave. I had to have that intermittently because I was having to miss so many days because I was so sick all the time, and I never knew when it would be. And they didn't believe me and like, oh, we don't believe you. Made me post how long I'd been like had a list of how long I was in the bathroom and put that out on the supervisor walls for everybody to see. And said, oh, we're not discriminating you. Yes, you were. You really were. And I had a horrible work environment when I worked for the state of Tennessee. It was awful. And the people there didn't care. I had a couple of people, handful of people that were really awesome, and they were amazing, and they truly cared about me, and we truly were a family, and I miss them. I have since changed jobs, and I work for a wonderful company where I take care of people. And I go in their home and I do home health care, and it's great. They really care, and they're understanding about me needing to go to the bathroom, but I'm not having to be in the bathroom and stay in the bathroom as long. Very, I have my periods of time I do, but for the most part, I've been good, and I've been able to take care of people, and haven't had the pain or the discomfort where it's prevented me to take care of people. But kind of a mind over matter situation as well. Like you can kind of like motivate yourself to do things. Like I could be lethargic and just lay around, or I could get up and do something. So I'm trying to keep active and do things that helps my mental health as well as my physical health. Yoga has helped me. I believe, I mean, I really enjoy it. I enjoy Zumba. I don't get to do that nearly as much as I should. I think regular physical activity does help. I will tell you this, when you look at the Crohn's information, it tells you not to drink coffee. And I got to be kind of a coffee addict. So I drink quite a bit of coffee. And so coffee might be something that you can't tolerate, and it might be something that you can. So far, I've been able to, and it's been good. Dairy might not be something you can tolerate. I am able to tolerate dairy, but sometimes I can tell a difference when I have eaten dairy and when I haven't. So, kind of do the best for you, but I have done the dairy, and I've done a lot of the keto recipes. Oh, sorry, God. Okay. But I did get off track a little bit. So, but I didn't mention the dairy before, so that was good. Um, so because I was basically using a lot of heavy cream in my coffee, I've done the bulletproof coffee, which, if you're not familiar, has butter and heavy cream, and it's got coconut oil in it. Also, a good thing to mention is that when I was first diagnosed with Crohn's, somebody told me aloe vera juice, drinking aloe vera juice was supposed to cure Crohn's or whatever. At that point, I was so desperate that I went and got some from GNC and drank it, and it made my throat itch. Now, aloe vera juice might be a lovely, great thing, but I didn't have any like dramatic thing from drinking it. But I was also told salmon was really good for Crohn's. So I try to eat a lot of salmon. I still try to eat salmon. I enjoy it. And I really do think the omega fatty acids, I may have said that wrong. I do think that the vitamin E and all the other wonderful things that are in salmon really do benefit me. Taking a multivitamin, I think I've seen a difference in taking one, and yeah, I could be able to see both things. But you do what you think is best for you. You kind of have to, you do have to do this based on you because you are unique and all of us are different. But for my Crohn's and for me, that's what's helped me the most. Um, on that. So one thing I wanted to say, and I was saying earlier, and or trying to say earlier, and then my brain stopped working for a moment. It's later at night, so I'm not as fresh as I would be if I did this in the morning. And I do kind of bounce around on topic. But I wanted to say that when I went to my gastroenterologist in 2000, think it might have been 2000. I know when it was. Excuse me, it was 2007. It was apparently January 2017. So it's been 2 years since my last I had an endoscopy where they put the tube down your throat and look into your esophagus, and then I did the colonoscopy where they put the tube up your butt and go through your uh, intestines and take a look through there. So they scoped both ends and looked. And because Crohn's disease, and I never said this before, so if you don't know what Crohn's disease is, it's a fat lining that's around your intestines, and it can squeeze and constrict, and it gets awfully painful. My gastroenterologist said it could be anywhere from your mouth to your anus where you could get Crohn's, and so far mine's just in my small intestine, but it had made fistulas where it had attached itself to my large intestine and had these big holes, and they had said back in 2013 that if I hadn't had that surgery, hadn't been in there for another surgery, that I would have been in there as an emergency surgery. So then I had my resectioning, so I still have my small and my large intestine. I just have left of it. They took the bad out, put the good back together with staples. Okay, so that was in 2013. And then I believe I started with my diet like mid 2016. So was doing basically low fat, well, not low fat, no, not low fat at all. I wasn't looking at fat at all. I'm not counting. Wasn't counting calories. I don't count calories. I don't count fat anymore. I've realized now that you don't need to do that because your body can totally be fine just managing um, on managing without the grains, without the sugar, without the white potatoes and the corn and the things that dramatically just go on to it. Now I have had a sweet potato every now and then. And like I said in my previous video, I used to eat dates. And I would have a date now. I like the fruit now. I would eat that now. And I would have some fruit, but like I probably would go in more moderation. I went keto when I didn't go. I went like, would you say lazy keto? Because I didn't go and I wasn't watching everything. But I got so worried about things. Before, when I first started this diet, I was looking at, basically, I was reading the instructions, the ingredients, to see, did it have added sugar? Did it have potato starch? Did it have cornstarch? Corn, no, potatoes and things, flour, no grains in it. then I felt like I was safe to eat it. I didn't care about the calories, wasn't caring about the fat, and I wasn't caring about the carbs in the beginning. I was eating fruit. I was eating, realized how much sugar was in them, and then later on, I was like, okay, I need to kind of taper what I'm doing, and it just sort of trial and error. And I said in my previous video, I lost 20 pounds in a week. And it was basically I had been living on beef broth and white potatoes of some kind. And when I stopped eating those white potatoes, the weight just came right off. The like I said, really quickly. And and it was easier for me. And the swelling and the pain in my stomach went away. It took me a while before you visibly I could see that my pants were looser. My face actually shrank first, and that was exciting because I've had a double chin most of my life now, and that shrinking made me feel so much better because I felt so fat when I looked in the mirror with my face. Even when I wasn't fat, I felt fat because of my face. So that was it was really nice that I lost the weight. Like, it wasn't something that I meant to happen. I was just trying to get healthy. I was just trying to deal with my Crohn's the best I can. Now, when my scalps came back in 2017, the timeline's kind of off because I don't have the exact date it started, by the way. When the scopes came back, they only found some ulcers in the area where the resectioning was, like a list of below the area of the resectioning in my small intestine. One other thing I was doing that I haven't mentioned is I was using this product here by Young Living called Digize. It's Digize. Now, this is an essential oil blend by Young Living, and I wouldn't do anything else because I trust the Young Living to be safe. And so I was using, there's another one of them, and it's a Vitality brand, specifically okay to take orally. And I was taking a drop of that under my tongue every day. Um, and it has a blend of fennel and let's see, tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, lemongrass, anise, patchouli. I think I pronounced that correct. I'm not sure. So it's a blend of those, and basically it's a digestive thing, and it helped. And you can also take a drop of this and go around your belly button. You're feeling kind of like your stomach swollen and things. So I was doing essential oils, and I was putting a drop of oil or a drop of lemon oil, and I was drinking a lot of water at the time. So I had been doing essential oils, only by Young Living because I don't trust any other brand. Did that in conjunction with the diet. I was healed. I had that first scope in 2006. My intestines were slimy, looking white, looking disease ridden. It looked awful, just awful. And you could see lines of red. Somewhere I have the pictures to show how bad it looked. But anyway, it was scary. And then it didn't look anything like an intestine. And I'd had anatomy and physiology and all that in college, so I knew what intestines were supposed to look like inside, and that was definitely not those. But when I got my results in 2017, they looked healthy, all but the little ulcers there, and they may have cleared up some with the fact that I've kept doing the diet. I'm not sure because I haven't done another scope. The doctors were adamant that I keep on this medicine that was basically either a placebo or it could cause cancer, 3 different kinds of cancer. And at that point, I was feeling much better just doing it on my diet. It is a bit risky, and I can't say. And so it's a scary thing because you don't know 1 minute to the next. But you could certainly manage diet and keep on medications, and then hopefully they'll come up with something a bit better. But that's what I have been doing, and it's been working very well for me so far. Like I say, I have good days, I have bad days, but I went from a desk job where I could hardly do anything to actually being able to take care of people like I used to back in the day. So it's been a lot of changes and everything. And like I said, I did gain some weight. I got down to 160. I don't think I ever said, but my lowest pant size, I got down to be a size 8 for like maybe 5 minutes, and that was in my 10s. And then I can wear a 12 now, a 10 or a 12 now. And also a thing with being a woman is that being 1, 2, 3. Um, Another thing with the whole clothing sizes for women is that none of the sizes seem to be the same. You have the same size in one thing and the same size. So very strange. You can't beat yourself up on that at all. And you can't really go by the scale either because women fluctuate. Now, if you're a man and you're having issues with Crohn's, of course, you may have a different experience than I have had, but my weight has fluctuated 60 something. It might have been high because I didn't weigh then. Like I said before in the previous video, I didn't weigh because I was ashamed and I hated myself so much. So I don't hate myself anymore. I found to love myself. It took a while, and there's still times when anxiety gets the best of me. Things have been so much better since I found something that worked for me. And so, if you are fat with Crohn's disease, I say look at what you're eating. Uh, you can change your diet. Like I still get fried food. It's weird. I can have fried food as long as it's not like in flour or something. Or if I use flour, I use a coconut oil, a coconut flour or an almond flour. Oh, sorry about the yawning. So it's been different, but I've been making some fantastic food, and and that may have been why I gained a little bit of weight as well, because I was really enjoying that fantastic food. And just enjoying my life. Like I haven't been able 26 when I was diagnosed and didn't have much of a life going on. Sorry, my cat's annoying. Um, didn't have much of a life going on. I was not living it up in my 20s like I should have. I was in pain and most pain I've ever had and just miserable. Um, and so like 38, I'm enjoying my life. I'm happy. I'm much more active. I don't have to say, oh no, I'm not gonna go wherever. I don't worry about it anymore. Because I know that I have a plan. And someone takes snacks with me. I have nuts in my bag at work. So if I get called somewhere else, I have something to eat. Um, so, yep. And another tip I can give, I don't know how many tips I've given. I think I've given that many, but weirdly enough, I've noticed on nuts because I do have to read the ingredients and the nutritional value on everything so much is that if you get roasted salted nuts, they have more of a carb content than the non-roasted dry nuts. So you could really do your own. So I don't know if it like adds on something when they do that with their process or what the deal is, but and they're also cheaper to get them raw. As I found from Aldi's, that's my experience with Aldi's. So you might look around and see that's a staple that I keep on hand is almonds and pecans, and walnuts. I love walnuts. And luckily walnuts are good for you as well as almonds. So I mean, you kind of do have to keep things in moderation. I love zucchini. I love turnip greens. I love all the low carb. I love vegetables. So it was fine. I've missed corn a little bit. I've missed corn, but um, occasionally I was eating popcorn. Now that's definitely a no-no if you have Crohn's. But I was able to eat some occasionally. I'm not gonna sit here and say I had my diet some. Oh well. On the holiday to try to get back on track, and because I didn't know when I was going to get my mom's cooking again, we had some illness in the family, and I realized life is short, and so I indulged a bit with holiday, and but last year and the half year before, I didn't. I was so good. I remember getting to that first holiday, and I was like, nope, I'm going to do this. I didn't even have a stuffing recipe then. This last Thanksgiving, I had actually figured out my own stuffing recipe, and I was really excited about it because it tasted just like stuffing, but it was totally grain free. And that was just this almond bread that you make in the microwave in a mug. And I added onions to it, and added, once it cooked, I added onions and I added chicken broth to it, and it made it really good. Like it tasted just like stuffing. Um, and I made my own cranberry sauce, and that was really easy, and I love that so much. It made me so happy. So, and living with Crohn's disease, I surely sympathize with you because I know what you're going through. People say, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with you." Yeah, we have an inner fight every day we go through. So, if you want to leave me a message. Any questions, comments about what you're going through with Crohn's disease, questions about anything, just about the Crohn's or me, what I've done, just let me know, and I'll try to share more information as I deem, and maybe I'll make a video that's not like all over the place. Um, so just let me know. Just let me know, and I think I've covered everything. Oh, I think I didn't say this. The heaviest I got was about a size. I was in a 22, but I had gotten to where the 22 was tight, so I needed to go the next size up before I lost so much weight. So it was really, really awful that I had to go through that. So I had no idea. Um, and when I found out I had Crohn's disease, I was waking up on the operating table, 26 years old. And the nurse was like, "You have Crohn's disease." I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a death sentence. I cried. I cried. I was so awful. And then everybody, all my family were all white. Like, we're all very pale. We're pale anyway, but they were paler than pale. And they were really scared. Everybody was scared. And I've had some scary times in the hospital. Had an abscess. I've had drains. I've had two drains. I had to wear a drain in me for 3 months. I've had, and it doesn't cost anything crazy. I'm not having to pay money to any diet company or whatever. I'm not endorsed by anybody. I'm just my own self, and I just do what's right, what I think is right for me. I try to eat a good amount of vegetables, and I eat meat, basically. Eat meat, vegetables. I eat eggs. I eat cheese. And there's actually a really good recipe for what they call fathead dough, which is a strange name for what it is. It's cream cheese and it's got almond flour in it. Makes a really nice dough for pizza and some other things. So you can there's my cheerleader right there. If you're reading the messages, all from one person. My one man cheerleading squad there. Um, but I've had several people over the years and kind of come and go, and it's it's something you really need a good support system. Somebody that believes you when nobody else does. They'll hold your hand through it. I had someone that would hold my hand. I was going to the bathroom because it hurt so bad. All the time. And it might come back and be in full vengeance, but right now, and to me, the Humira and the Remicade was like a last check. Be dependent on it, and like, because you couldn't just stop. That's one I didn't mention why I didn't go on it before. Also, yeah, I didn't mind taking medicine forever. I didn't. When I got on the Indicort, eventually it wasn't effective. So you have that problem. And just I'm hoping that, we find a better cure. We know a cause for it yet. Just sort of deal with it. Whether or not you try my hokey diet. Okay. Find someone that makes you smile. It just makes your heart happy. And And if someone looks at you and says you can't have Crohn's disease, you're fat. Well, yeah, you can. And I'm not fat now. I'm actually, oh, and I didn't even mention I'm wearing now. I can wear a size medium, like universal medium. And that's awesome. And I even had some smalls that fit at one time, but now I'm just universal medium. And I'm okay with that. Totally okay with that. Makes me happy. So, um, yeah, and a size 10, a size, I guess pretty much a size 10 is amazing. It's not bad. No, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. And I kept my size 8 in case I go down a lot. But if I stay a size 10, I'm happy too. So I got rid of all my size 22 and my 16s and my 18s. Long history. Gone. It was I had been I think maybe when I was 16, 18. I was really a 14 back in 2004 when I lost weight to get married because I didn't couldn't wear my wedding dress. Um, because I got one that was slightly too tight, and then I said I'd lose weight for it, and then I lost too much weight for it, and then it didn't fit. And then I went on this diet and lost too much weight. It didn't fit, like I said. They couldn't take it anymore, so I had to gain some. It was crazy. So day of the wedding, dress zipped up perfectly. Also, I'm able to wear that dress now. Funny enough, I kept it. I had intended to give it to my daughter, but I didn't have children, so I can't because of the Crohn's. But able to wear it now for cosplaying, so that's awesome. And it zips up, and it's so yeah. I just wanted to hopefully give someone some hope because hope will keep you going when you're having trouble. Hope will keep you going. Faith will keep you going. I prayed a whole lot over this time, and I've had really good people in my life that have helped me through it. Good friends and family. So definitely, get a support system going. Do things for yourself. Treat yourself and be proud of yourself. And don't beat yourself up. I beat myself up so much before, and now I see I'm proud of myself because of what I have done and what I have gone through. And yeah, like I said, let me know if you need anything, and I'll try to help with whatever way I can. Thank you.